What's up guys, Clash with Ryguy here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a farming video and what I've found to be the most effective strategy in the league that I'm currently in, which is Titan 3. And as you can see from all the loot I have in my base right now, it is absolutely insane how much loot I'm getting at the moment with this farming strategy. And the strategy is going to be Lava Lunian. It's always been the go-to for me, and I've always been using it because it's the most effective, it's cost effective, and it's getting the most damage percentage from what I've seen. So if we go into my my attack log here, I basically have only 3 stars. It's a ton of loot, ton of 3 stars, and the bases are fairly dead. And although they're dead, they're still fairly challenging to get all the loot from. But I'm going to show you exactly how to attack these, not max Town Hall 12s, but they're fairly developed Town Hall 12s. And we're just going to go through a couple of the attacks, even the ones where I don't get 3 stars. So we're going to start off with that one right here. I don't get a 3 star on this one, but it is a shit ton of loot. So we're going to look at it right here. And how I decide where I'm going to attack from with this Lava Lunian is I see these air defenses, air sweepers right here are pointing towards the southeast and the northwest. So I'm going to come from the, I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now, the southwest of the base right here, which is going to be this side. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to come into contact with the air sweepers, because the air sweepers are a pain in the ass to deal with, and that's going to be any sort of farming strategy that you're using, whether it be Town Hall 12, Town Hall 11, Town Hall 10, Town Hall 9, so on and so forth. And that's because the air sweepers are one of those defenses that are highly undervalued by people, and people tend to not really care about them. But just deciding where you're going to attack from in a base according to the air sweepers is super important. So I throw down a few of my hounds, spam all my loons, spam all my minions right behind them, and then I don't know what I was doing here. I must have forgotten to place my lava hound down on the left side, but I ended up placing that late. So drop the 3 haste spells, then drop the 2 rages, and you kind of just play it out from there. I dropped the freeze on the Eagle Artillery and the Inferno Tower there, along with the clan castle that was defending against it, which was all wizards. So that's kind of what screwed me up. Usually you're not going to see players with defending clan castles because you can set the clan castle to sleep mode. So you don't really see clan castles defending the base too often anymore because people find it to be kind of useless. That's me personally, at least. I leave my heroes, my CC, and everything. I don't let it defend my base at all because I know I'm just going to get 2-starred anyways, so what's the point? You might as well just get 3-starred. So, have the minions going in on the town hall here, have some minions going around the outside. I drop my king and queen. We're just going to speed it up here. I'm just going to get some extra loot here. I was hoping to get the 3-star, but my queen decided to go into the middle instead of continue to walk around the base. It was a little bit of a stretch too. So I was hoping for it, but I was not expecting it at all. And luckily she went to the middle and I got all the loot that was inside the core of the base. So not too bad of an attack. Could have done better, had some flaws, but even with those flaws, I was still able to get an 88%, which shows that this attack strategy is very powerful and you can pretty much use it in any single base attack. So we're just gonna pick the next one right here, the attack I used before it. And again, this is a new Town Hall 12, but that's because of the new update. So everyone right now is upgrading all their bases and everybody wants to get all the loot that's available. So the loot is fairly dry at the moment, but over time that'll start to change. So we're going to start off with the Hound deployment, 1 from the CC and then 3 from the army camp. That's the most effective I found because it's all tanking for your balloons. I have 2 of the max army camps, so I can hold a couple extra balloons, so I don't really worry about not having enough balloons. But if you're struggling with your balloons, not getting enough DPS, or maybe you have loons that aren't completely maxed like mine. I just got mine maxed, but I was using the lower level balloons before I was using level 7s. But those are still effective. Level 8 are just a little more expensive and are more likely to 3-star every single time. So as you can see right here, I rage up at the very end, get through this wizard tower. I'm getting through the last of the defenses. Unfortunately, my warden was sniped. That's gonna happen in this attack. Your warden's always gonna get sniped, and that's okay. But you need to make sure that you are trying to preserve him as much as you can. Watching your warden and watching your warden's ability is absolutely crucial, because you want to be able to use this attack strategy as much as possible, and using your army camps and your barracks efficiently, because you want to be able to attack right when you get your troops trained, and you don't want to be waiting on your heroes. Even though in the most recent update they reduced the amount of time that heroes need to regenerate, but that's kind of irrelevant. 30 minutes is still a long time. You want to make sure that your army is constantly ready to go, because that's the best way that you are going to farm. So we're just going to click another attack right here. It's all the same thing. As you can see right here, this is it's a Town Hall 11. I mean, it's kind of bullying, but the loot is great. I found that Titan 3 is the best place for farming for me, because my attack strategy shows that I'm getting enough loot from my attacks while spending a little bit on my attacks. I don't have to train a super heavy army in order to get 3 stars in this league, so that's kind of important to me, and it's the best way to farm, because you don't want to be farming just Barch, because you're not going to be able to get all the loot that's in the base. I find that Lava Loonian is the most effective for the amount of cost, and you're gonna get 3 stars a lot of the time. But it's rather rinse repeat, honestly, because you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're just gonna get a ton of loot always. From where I'm at right now, it usually takes about, I'd say, 5 minutes to get a raid, which isn't bad at all. It's a little bit of cloud time at the moment, because, as I said earlier, with the new update, but that's to be expected. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Make sure to like and comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you guys join the channel. Thanks for coming in and clicking on my video. Have a good one, and clash on, guys.